Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craft Tree. Today we have week 40 of the CCT 52 challenge. So it looks like we've got another 12 weeks to go. So we are getting close to be doing this for a whole year. It's been a lot of fun, that is for sure. And my book is getting full. But we will figure out a way to get everything in there, one way or the other. So let's start the prompts. And if you do not have a prompt, feel free to put something that you think is close. So we have fabric, music instrument, hand, mandala, and flying. The best thing I love about these is really these things have nothing in common. But it amazes me how well everyone that is doing the challenge fits the 5 prompts together so they do go together. So I think that is totally awesome. So I've got my mandala, not really a mandala, but close. This is a stitched piece that I made. And I call it pin stitching. I don't know if that's the real name for it, but basically I've done a pattern in paper with the holes and then I've stitched it. So I figure, a mandala is usually kind of a repeat pattern going around in a circle. So I'm like, close enough. Flying, I'm going to use this butterfly. I've got fabric, which is just a strip of fabric. Music instrument is a charm guitar. I have a couple musical notes that I might use. I've got a few extras here. I've got some die cut letters. Now I was going through my stuff. I found a little bag and I'm like, I wonder if there's a word with what I've got cut. So I've got some letters that are going to make a word. I got this card and I'm going to use this for my hand. And then I've got this photo slide die cut that I'm going to use. Now I'm just going to I've got an idea in my head. So let's just crease this really good there. So I'm going to start. I'm going to put this in here. Trying to decide where I want it. Let's trim a bit off the top. Now this giant ticket was in a digital kit that I made. Can't remember which one, so it's whatever. If I think of it, I'll put it down. Now just gonna mark this here so I know where to cut it. So I'm gonna cut it off just barely above my line, because this is going to go into here. Trying to think of the order to do what's in my hand. Let's glue this in first. I'm going to use art glitter glue. I do like this glue and it lasts a long time. I bought a big bottle and like this size of bottle long time ago and I've still got lots left, and that was probably, it was probably 2 years ago. Hopefully the glue lasts a while because I've still got a lot in my big bottle. Now I want I'm going to try and put this in here fairly even, and that looks about good. Let's glue that down. Now this is just going to be a little bit of a piece of ephemera to go into the book. So that's going to be like so. Now I think, let's glue this down now. I had thought about maybe putting some acetate in here for like a window, but I decided I didn't want to. Okay, I do not know where this die cut came from. Actually, I think somebody sent me the die cut. I do have a photo frame, a slide frame. Oh, I can't talk. My words are just getting stuck. The die cut for a photo slide, but it's different than this. So there is the start of that. Now this here, I am going to, now I was thinking even this musical note, the prompts call for a musical instrument. Now I think a note, musical note, is a musical instrument in a way. But, and I just happened to come across those and I thought, oh, I could use that. And then I came across this charm of the guitar. Now, let's do this here. Now, my word that I could spell was relax. And I was going to put it along the top. I'm hoping it fits, but I am going to lay them out first. And I think it's going to just barely fit. Might have to overlap a couple of the letters. Just, okay. Let's start gluing this down. And then we'll just have to make sure that we fit it all in there one way or the other. So here is the R, and I'm going to get it right over, close to the edge as I can. Let's get some tweezers though. Get my really fancy tweezers out. These are from Close to My Heart. Yes, Close to My Heart. These tweezers are awesome. So now let's put some glue on the X. I don't want to end up with spaces where I don't really want them. So let's put that right on the edge. There we go. And yes, when I get glue on my fingers, I wipe it onto my pajamas, my clothes, my crafting uniform. That's what I'm wiping on. Okay, now think if I overlap that one just a tiny little bit, and the A, trying to get a good idea before if I overlap the A and the E just a tiny little bit, that should give me enough room. Can't remember what I cut these out for. It's not something that I use very often, although I should, because I have the dies. Let's do the A this now. I think gluing on these letters is probably taking just as long as the whole project is. Okay, now that A we're going to overlap just a tiny little bit. Hopefully you can actually read these letters. I hope. I like the style of the letters. I like a nice script writing. I did try to learn calligraphy, but I never got very far. I'm not even 100% sure if this is an L, but close enough. So then we've got relax on there. Now, I want to, this will be my last thing to go on. Now with this, I want to fold this butterfly in half. And I want it to kind of, hopefully the two things will line up. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is this is going to go on the back here. And it's just going to be like the wings just going to stick up the top. So I'm actually going to glue this together. So let's put a bit of glue all the way around the outside, around the holes. I do want it to be glued pretty good together. Don't want it to come apart and anything like that. Do my best to line it up. That's not bad. It's always hard when you're lining stuff like these up. Just take this and we'll just go around the outside a bit more. Okay. That I want, I'm going to have that just sticking up. So it's really only going to be glued down by the very bottom. So I hope it stays on. So it's kind of going to be like a tab, I guess, in a way. Let's try to get it even. There we go. I feel like I need some inking down in some of these holes, though. Okay. We got that. Now this, I put the charm onto this piece of fabric. And let's just trim that off. Not sure how much I'm going to use yet. Pull off some thread. that is causing issues. Now, I was thinking on having this dangle. I was just going to kind of use that. Hold on, I want this to try to be a little flatter. Thinking just kind of like that and having it hang over the edge. And you can still see the writing. I think that's what I will do. So I'm going to kind of hold it there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and glue down the first part of that. Now this other piece is going to cover up the back of this, so I don't have to worry about seeing all this stuff. Okay, let's put more glue down. Whoops. Let's try to get that laying flat. I think we're getting there. Okay, there is that. Trim the end off. Now hopefully that's going to, perfect. I think that'll be okay. It could sort of flip off, but it could flip up, etc. Okay, now for this piece. Now when I pulled this out, it was just coincidental that this was the perfect fit from the back of here. And that's why I choose this slide frame for this, because it was a perfect fit. Couldn't have asked for it any better than that. And myself, when two things fit together that nice, I figure they were just meant to be together. I do have some tutorials on how I do this pin stitching. So there is a playlist for stitching stuff. And then this is going to go right on the top, just centered right in there. And now I'm going to have to really make sure that this gets glued down good because of the bump of this butterfly and the fabric. And this was kind of a new way of attaching a charm. Now when I was looking to fabric to use, I found this strip in my junk box. So I thought, well, there you go. That would be perfect for... Okay. Now I did have this other music note, but I think it'll cover up her hand too much. So really that is my project for week 40. We have fabric, we have our musical instrument, we have our hand, we have our mandala, and we have flying with the wings of the butterfly. Now I doubt that I'm going to have a pocket to put this in, but I don't need a very big pocket for this. So I might be able to just put it in with something else. One project I'm going to have to do is make a card for in there. I might do that next time, is look through where I need to put something in here and then make something appropriate for that item. But for now, let's just see what we got. I don't want to hide it way in a pocket. I would like to have it kind of out where you can see it. Actually, how about just slip it in at the top there for now, because a lot of these things might get changed as time goes on. I'm just going to fold this in half, and I'm going to slide it right behind there. But there is week 40. And I think that turned out actually pretty cute. I like that. So I hope you're following along. Check out all the links in the video description and visit the other people that are doing the challenge. You can start the challenge at any time you like. Head on over to the Facebook group and submit a photo over there and have a chance to win a free digital kit. We'll see you again soon. Bye.